Hi, my name's Khandie of Khandie Photography, and I'm going to talk to you about why you need to stop bothering about the competition and actually be more engaged with them. Make sense? Yeah, let's do this. I live in a small town here in Northampton in the UK. It's not a massive town, there's quite a lot of photographers here, there's a lot of amateur photographers, a lot of camera clubs, a lot of enthusiasts, a few professionals, some studios, some freelancers, all that. And when I first started out, I opened my studio, actually I already started photography. When I first opened my studio here in Northampton, I took over from another photographer who decided to give it up, and so I was taking over a studio space and recreating it and making it my own. The first week I started opening, I started painting it, was putting it live on the internet and stuff. That I was creating the studio to create some hub. A photographer walked into my studio and he identified himself as a photographer and told me he'd give me a week before he wiped the floor with me and ruined me. At the time, I was a bit upset by it, as you can imagine, because one, I didn't know who this person was. Two, they come out of their way to come into my studio. Three, I was alone. Also, what a knobby thing to do. I found out this photographer hasn't been having the best business run, shall we say. And I found that that was a reflection of him putting it onto me because he felt that I was taking perhaps his business when actually he's destroying his own. And this got me thinking over the years about competition and competitors within your market. And everyone says to me, oh, when you start out, there's so many competitors in photography, you'll never make a business out of it. But I've done really well, and I don't mean that lightly. I've done really well as a photographer. I've won awards, I've got regular clients, I've got work coming in all the time. I'm very happy. Now, I'm not making millions, and I'm not always traveling around the world. I mean, I'm often away soon, but I'm not always traveling around the world, but I am doing a good job, I'd like to think. And it got me thinking about competitors and how they fit in with my business model and how they fit in with my mindset. Now, when I first started, I was very paranoid about competitors watching my work, and I would occasionally check out their work. At one point, one photographer actually took one of my promo videos, behind the scenes videos, and advertised it to his clients. Which caused quite an uproar amongst the community, actually, because you can't really do that publicly. And luckily for me, a load of my clients went mental about it. I hadn't seen it, messaged me, were absolutely furious about this person. And I think it did actually quite a lot of damage to them in terms of my client's view on them. But it got me thinking, like, why was I so annoyed? Because clearly this person was using my work because they either didn't have the work in their portfolio or they felt that my work was better than theirs, so they used it to advertise. And then that's where it dawned on me. You don't have to be in competition with anybody. The only people who see you as competition are those people who can't come up with their own stuff, who are following you because they need inspiration from you to do their work. They need to know what you're doing in order to somehow feel better about what they're doing or boost themselves. And that's where I just stopped. I stopped following accounts that were my competitors, or I stopped looking at them in that way. I started making friends with people. I since became friends with a wonderful photographer here in Northampton called Corinne West. Her and her partner Alex, they do videography and they do wedding photography, and she owns her own studio now at her home. And I know we talk about business and we help each other out. Yes, we're photographers. Yes, we kind of have the same clientele as in Northamptonshire, but our demographic is very different. But also we bounce ideas off each other. I only had lunch with her recently, and she was interviewing me for her university project. She's at uni studying photography, and I don't know why, she's amazing anyway. And we just sat there and she asked me what did I think about competition. And I always think that if you are so involved in the competition, it's because you're not working hard enough or you don't have your own ideas. You can be inspired by somebody, but if you actively seek someone else's competition, that means you are not comfortable in your own skills and talent. And that's why I think you need to be more invested in yourself, and that's where you take time away. That's where you take time to hone your own craft and you start developing your own skills. And what you'll find is that the people who you might have seen as competitors in competition are more like sheep following you, and you're the leader. And that's where I tried to put myself, or in my head at least. I might not be physically or creatively that way, but I thought every time someone's copied my work, and I mean literally taken my image and copied it, and that has been picked up a new times by my clients, or has taken one of my videos and used it to advertise on their page, or tag clients into my pictures saying, hey, we should shoot this. That has happened as well. I have just gone, this is because this person can't do this or hasn't been able to do this, therefore they know I'm better than them in that respect. I know that's egotistical, and full disclaimer, that's egotistical, but you have to have a sense of ego when you're a creative, because you need to be proud of the work you're putting out. Like when someone else is using your work to boost theirs, you start to think maybe you're not as bad as you think. And so I took the decision in my business that I would stop looking at competition and start looking at production and creativity and pushing myself to be less competitive and more of a leader, but accidentally. The more I work, the more lucky I seem to get. The more I put my work out there, the more lucky I am to be noticed. The more effort I put into my business, the more lucky I am to get business coming in. It's got nothing to do with that. The more you work, the more reward you reap. And it's all about creative working and knowing where to focus your energy. And one of the biggest wastes of energy I found is worrying about the competition. So what if Maureen down the road with her home studio is offering a mini session for 40 quid with 50 images? Maureen won't be able to boost that any higher because no one's going to buy one image off her. They're going to always expect those 40, 50 images from her for that price. I set my business rates and I set my business model based on how I need to live and function within this. I don't worry about the competition because the competition don't have my overheads, they don't have my background, they don't have my equipment, they don't have my brain, they don't have my resources. They only have what I put out online to try and recreate from. I think the idea of this video was to get you to stop focusing on competition and start getting a healthier mindset that those who see you as competition are people you don't need to worry about. You don't need to worry about competing with anyone. You just do your own business your own way. Yes, you can look at see how well they're doing if you really want to, but it's not healthy. You know where your business is going because you should have already had a business plan. Anyway, I hope this video helps. And don't forget to like, subscribe, holler back, and let me know what you think about competition. I'd love to know what you guys get up to and what's the weirdest thing a competitor has done to you. Put it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that bell, like and subscribe. Mwah! Love you. And I'll look in the right place at some point in this video.